What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn
Another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by our damn
Podcast
show. So 309.
309.
Yeah. Enjoying myself. How's your weekend going, kid?
Pretty good. Just like the weather is crappy again, but
Yeah.
pretty good.
Bad weather, but good time. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Shout out
got
to
rained out of an event that we were supposed to go to on Saturday because it was supposed to happen. And so we got there, they're like, oh, we had to postpone it because they like the rain because it was supposed to be an outdoor thing. And the kids were bummed out.
Of course they were.
They were like, "Boo-boo." I said, I have no control. I can't control the weather. I was like, I got nothing. I can't control the weather.
Storm. Typhoon.
Ooh, I mean, I'm not
Storm, damn it.
like I can't do that. And then I'm like, if it's an outdoor thing, it's it's based on that. You have to, but next week it should be better weather. So we
Yeah.
can be outside, like, and then you can get to enjoy your outside event, but still good times though. Still good times.
I had a good time. I was kicking it with Babe and some of her people. Like shout out Kevin and his lady. Yeah, like they were making fajitas and watching NBA playoff basketball. The Nugget Suns, we watched that. Yeah, that slaughter, that bloodbath. We watched that.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it and I was just so tired because I had been up really
All
early.
good the first quarter, and then the second quarter happened, and then
It just went downhill.
that is like
Shit hit the fan.
that second quarter, then the Nuggets say, "Hey, we the number one seed. God damn it!"
So Jokic showed why he's like the MVP candidate.
Jamal Murray was going off, man. No, man, fucking Aaron Gordon is like, yeah,
Oh,
they got weapons, man. They
what
were
did
just
Michael Porter do?
Porter. He was Porter had a good game too, yeah.
Okay.
But really, Murray and Gordon were the ones that you couldn't stop. Like Jokic was almost like the third string on that. Yeah.
Damn. Oh,
That's the MVP. It's like, yeah, well, like to back MVP. He was Murray just went nuts and shit. Which I get it. Like he's been sitting out the last 2 years.
he been sitting out, yeah, with that knee injury.
Yeah, that ACL injury. He's been out for like 2 years.
I don't like when Klay Thompson came back and Klay would just start going nuts because like Klay was out for like some years and then people do try to write you off. You have an injury, they do try, oh, you're not going to be the same. Like people do love to try to write you off. And then you got sometimes like, look, you want to eat these words. You got sometimes make people eat their words. So
But yeah, that game was a bloodbath. Yeah, it's like I said, it started off even. Like I said, Durant was hitting, Ayton was hitting his. It started even, and then second quarter happened. and
yeah.
I still think it's gonna be a long series. Like it was only game one. We might as well go into the playoff shit now.
Yeah, I mean, we opened the door. The door is open now for NBA. And I know people who don't like the NBA, you can.
And we're not gonna go long because there's a lot of shit we got to talk about.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
hop in real quick because we had like pretty much, except for with the exception of one spot, the conference, the semifinals are
which
set.
will be set by the time we finish this. Is like,
Yeah, the semis are pretty much set.
yeah, but yeah, the Eastern Conference, we'll go there since that's so set early. Is like, yeah, none of those went game 7. That's why, yeah, so that's why that was set early. It's like, yeah, we had one series out west go game 7, yeah, 7, yeah. So, but Eastern Conference, you have let's start with the big one. The Heat Knicks, like that's the one that I'm looking forward to. Because I remember the old rivalries from like the late 90s, like
Lonzo Mourning,
Larry Johnson throwing hands with Jeff Van Gundy in the middle of
holding on to the leg. Like,
you remember those battles?
He was holding on for dear life. I don't know what Jeff was thinking. Jeff is like my size. Like, what the hell were you thinking going in there doing that? I don't know what he was thinking.
He want his guy. He didn't want no guys to get suspended. So why he jump in the middle of that?
I'm not jumping in the middle of nothing.
Yeah. You said
these men are 6'10", 6'11". I'm 5'6". I'm not jumping in that.
Johnson and Mourning are both not little guys. Hey, Johnson was
like 6'11".
Johnson was like 6'8", 6'9", like 260. Mourning was like 6'11", like 270.
There you go. These are huge guys.
And they start throwing hands. It's like, yeah,
Um,
I'm getting security, like security break. I'm not jumping.
security.
Like security.
That's above my pay grade.
And I'm not a little dude, and Jeff was a little dude. It's like,
Yeah, the Jeff is like my size. Yeah, he's small.
I'll still jump in between them motherfuckers. But we remember those rivalries where it started all back then. Let's give a little history lesson. You know, I'm a NBA historian a little bit. It started because remember Riley was after Showtime ended, Riley went to the Knicks like during the early 90s.
Right.
We remember those battles.
I remember that.
Yeah, with John Starks and Oakley and like we remember those. Xavier McDaniel, I'll never forget when Jordan and him were like locked like two bulls, pun intended.
And they were like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck
Mike,
you."
like you. I remember that series.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that playoff. Jordan and Xavier McDaniels locked like two pit bulls and shit. I remember that. But yeah, like Riley close to Knicks during that time, and then they went to a finals, like I said, with Olajuwon. They lost. I mean, and then after the loss, like I guess Riley just got he like lost interest. So he left the Knicks. Yeah, took the job in Miami. You don't blame him. It's Miami. It's like he's like hey. So before LeBron, Riley said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach." He did it. He did it over a decade before LeBron did. Right. Took his talents to South Beach. So then during that time, Van Gundy, he was like kind of under the learning tree of Riley. Yeah, he ends up getting the job, but he didn't get it right away like another coach had in there, and that coach quit because the Knicks was being the Knicks. And then Van Gundy was the assistant. He took over as interim, and then they had a surprisingly like a turnaround. The Knicks they went on a run after Van Gundy. So okay, we're going to give this guy the job. And so that's where the rivalry came from. Knicks is okay, yeah, you want to go to Miami? Well, we got you. So that's the rivalry.
We got you. Yeah, we got something.
And Johnson and Mourning had knew each other from they played with Charlotte. Like, so they already like,
yeah,
they like when they were teammates. Like, but I got to look back here. Like, maybe they never liked each other. So,
when he was grandmama back then.
Yeah. Johnson. Yeah, they both were drafted by the Hornets, and then eventually both got traded. Yeah, Mourning to the Heat, Johnson to the Knicks. It's like,
right.
So, yeah. So the rivalry was real. Yeah, but they were like that late '90s, like early 2000s. Those Heat Knicks rivalries. That was when it was heated.
I'm for it because
now we got it. Yeah, we got it again. Yeah, with Tibbs and the Knicks. Yeah, and then you got the Heat. Yeah, Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spoelstra. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even with all that being said, like I know that my prediction was incorrect with the Bucks. Huh. My prediction was way off.
How many? I had the Bucks winning the championship. They out in the first round.
I didn't have that going. I didn't know. I still wasn't convinced because I'm like, really, anybody could win the title this year because like I still don't know.
I believe that too, but Bucks were my favorite. I thought Bucks
my favorite was because I don't think I got that far.
The Bucks were my favorite going
in my head. I didn't get that far. I don't think
going into the playoffs, the Bucks were my favorite to win it all.
But Giannis, I feel like Giannis did handle that reporter really well. I know you guys seen that interview or whatever with the reporter said, "Do you consider it a failure?" And then Giannis politely put the person in their place because he's like, "You asked this question to me last year, okay, so I'm gonna answer it." Like you ask the same question every year, dude. Yeah.
All year they asked was when they won the title. I'm glad Giannis won that title because people would be looking at him crazy now. Because like now it's all about you can't win the big one. I'm glad he did. So like people like they don't fuck with him as much. They still fuck with him a little bit, but winning the title.
Yeah, but Giannis, he answered. He conducted himself well. Like I mean, I get why LeBron says same problems. I get that too.
LeBron was pissed off. Yeah,
I get why LeBron did that
funny
too.
Back then because we didn't like LeBron because of the whole.
But I get it.
But LeBron was pissed. He's like, dude, like, yeah, I'm living a good.
Well, now he's a billionaire, but he was a multimillionaire then. But he's a billionaire now.
He's like, same people they asking those problems. They're gonna have the same problems tomorrow. It's like me and my family. It's like,
Ashley Larry, I'm rich, bitch. She basically said that I'm rich, bitch.
Y'all wake up tomorrow with those same problems. That's what he was like. Yeah, like I'm good. It's like I lost the basketball.
But Giannis took the high road. Giannis, Michelle Obama, he went high. When they went low, he went high.
You know,
Giannis went high.
LeBron took it to the ground, but Giannis went to the high road.
Giannis went high. So that's why I even have more respect for you. I've always liked Giannis, but I even have more respect for him for that. But even though the Bucks didn't do what they were supposed to do, I'll make my prediction: Knicks in 6.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Brunson, he.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson been
Brunson, because like he
yeah, he been on
after the stuff with Dallas, he's making Cuban like, yeah.
He had a chip
He's
on
like,
his
yeah.
shoulder because they didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was looking for a max and they weren't offering it. So the Knicks said, "Hey, we'll sign you for that max." And he wanted max. They said that's what we lowball somebody. That's what happens. It's like like the Dallas lowballed him. He knew his worth. He's like, no, like I'm gonna test the market.
Sometimes you got that. You gotta do that sometimes.
As we saw on the other side, like when Jimmy Butler did that, like remember Chicago had originally lowballed him. He decided to go into restricted free agency and then ended up getting his 94 mil, whatever. Like when he a year later, like Jimmy went off, it's like he got his deal. So like so like once again, like when they ended up trading him, he did it. He wanted 200. The best out of I think it's safe to say now Jimmy Butler is a superior player over Zach. Like Zach, but yeah, he's no Jimmy Butler. After this series, like his 8-1 upset is like, yeah.
Jimmy got a different
because like
Jimmy got that.
Let's switch it because that was the play-in spot that the Bulls were playing for.
Yeah.
Say the Bulls beat the Heat. Do you really think the Bulls would have Zach would have been able to pull that off?
No.
Like what the Heat did, like would Zach and the Bulls have been able to do that?
Jimmy got that, and not taken away from Zach. Jimmy got that Mike a la Kobe gear.
You got that, yeah.
You know that gear where,
as they said with Kobe, that Mamba mentality. Yeah.
That Mike/Kobe gear. The Mike Kobe gear is the by any means necessary. I will put this team on my whole back, and we gonna win this series by any means necessary. Some players.
Once they went up 3-1, is like that's when Jimmy locked in. As I said there won't be a game 6. You could tell he was telling his teammates that we closing this shit tonight. It's like
we closing it tonight.
There won't be a game 6. Because you don't want to give them hope and shit. It's like
exactly.
We got our foot on their neck.
We this door open like this.
Them right now and shit. He was telling his teammates that
finish him.
So we finished
he heard. His head.
Even though we up 3-1, it's like, no, we finishing this shit right now. It's like,
despite that obvious said, I still say Knicks and 6 because I think that the Knicks, like, just their path is just so much more than the Heat.
It's a lot of people after the Knicks eliminated the Cavs. A lot of people have been saying that the Knicks are going to the conference finals. Like, so that would like no matter what, like even if Milwaukee had come back, said like that they go Breakfast Club, no envy. It's the Knicks fan. He's like I think the Knicks are going to the conference finals when they eliminated.
And Charlamagne got that different swag.
You're like the Knicks going to the conference finals.
They just got. I mean, like they got something to prove. They haven't won a title since when
71, and they This is the first time they've been out of the first round, I think, since that era we were just talking about, as Van Gundy era. I think they ain't been out of the first round since, because like Carmelo and them, I don't think they ever got out of the first round. I got to look back like during that. I know they had a couple of playoffs. I don't think they got out of the first round during that. Maybe once. I don't remember.
Different. They on a tear.
So the Knicks are like, okay, we out of the first round now. We got something to prove.
I don't want to see Derek go far. I mean, I'm still like he's still shot. I want to see Derek go deep. I want Derek to go deep.
Yeah.
I want him to go deep. I do. And Tibbs, I mean, like
Well, shout out Udonis Haslem. He's getting on his farewell tour. He's going out with a bang. It's like UD.
But I say Knicks in 6. What do you say? What say you?
I say it's gonna be a 7-game series. I'm on the fence right now. Fuck it, Knicks in 7. I don't fuck it.
So we agree with that.
I'm thinking, I was like, but Jimmy,
Jimmy, but still, it's like the Knicks just
Knicks 7. Fuck
their
it.
path is longer. It's like when you haven't won like over 50 years. Like it's been 50 years. Like it hasn't been that long. It's been a decade since the Heat won.
Yeah. They won but
in
20
2012 and
what
13.
13, yeah, they lost to the Spurs in 14.
Yeah, they
13
won
was the
12 and
last time.
13
That was the
back to
Ray
back.
Allen year, the 13. We
Mm-hmm.
remember that, yeah. Ray
Yep.
Allen hit that shot. That was 13. Yeah, the Ray
Mm-hmm.
Allen shot. Yeah.
So it's only been a decade,
It's been 50 years since the Knicks.
over 50 years. So like we've never seen the Knicks win a title in our lifetime. We've never seen them be champions. Never.
Both of us were born like well before you were born when the Knicks won the title.
Right. So that's why I feel that they have more to prove. That's why I say for them. Then the other side of that,
You got Philadelphia and Boston.
in Boston. Now this is getting tricky.
Said because Embiid is he's got some injury issues.
He suffered a knee, like the way his knee, it's like a sprain, but they were saying that they think it's more serious than what they're letting on.
They say obviously we recorded this before game one. He was doubtful for game one, is what
he's doubtful for game one.
Without Embiid, I think it's gonna be a Boston sweep. So
yeah, because like
I say it's a sweep without Embiid.
Like without Embiid, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah,
without Embiid, they don't.
So like the other guys. So yeah, but
if Embiid can come back and be 70, 75%.
Yeah, like limit his minutes. Yeah, like
even still,
I'm going Boston. Either
Boston is 6.
Healthy Philadelphia. I have Philadelphia going to the conference final. I have Philly in New York. Yeah, I just picked New York. Yeah, I have Philly in New York. Yeah, but yeah,
I say Boston in 6.
The injury, I'm like, yeah, I don't know now about the injury
because I think that they are going to give it some fight, but still, I think ultimately Boston just got too many weapons.
And hopefully Embiid does.
I hope that he's
and hopefully he gets it. Yeah, he been won that MVP for years.
Yeah,
and they announced it this week coming up. Yeah, hopefully, I hope he gets
it. He deserves it. He deserves it.
He played his ass off. He led the league in scoring as a center. It's not the 1980s where the bigs dominate. Right now it's to dominate scoring as a center is special in this era.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like when Kareem and then we're playing. It's
right.
So for him to lead the league in scoring as a fucking center, that's special.
Mm-hmm.
So when the last time you saw that, maybe Shaq back in I don't know when the last time you
probably
saw
Shaq,
center lead the league in scoring. It probably was Shaq 20 something, 25 years ago. Say whatever he did.
Diesel.
The Diesel. Out west, like I said, we saw the second round series. We just talked about Denver. Is looking at that now. I'm going Nuggets in 6.
Well, the way that you described it, maybe Nuggets in 5.
That bloodbath. I think they're gonna give some fight. They still got Kevin Durant. So they
still got KD.
Chris Paul he got a chip on his shoulder too. So I say Nuggets. And D Book is not no slouch. They got a big 3. It's they just gotta coordinate.
Yeah, they gotta work together cohesively.
Aiden looked special in that first quarter. Like I said, yeah. I was
they can't show up and be the bootleg State Farm and be the Alfonso Ribeiro and Jake from State Farm that show up instead of Chris and D. But basically, when they put that meme up last year, I was like, the internet works fast. But
Durant balled out. Like I said, he just his teammates didn't do enough.
His teammates. One player against the whole team because they said that all the starters on the Nuggets were in double figures.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a balanced game. If all your stars are in double figures, that's balanced.
D-Book got his points. Chris Paul was shaky. Aiden had a good first quarter, like I said, and then he just disappeared. Aiden got off to the hot start. Yeah, and that's the one, yeah, because he got him and Jokic are matched up. So Aiden got to do his job. It's that's the one who got to be on his.
Think about Jokic, as good as Jokic is. Jokic is not a defender like that. He's not going to block his shots.
Could be eating down low. Yeah, he needs.
Yeah, you need to go in the post.
Yeah,
go low, go in that post and work.
That's what he was doing in that first quarter. Aiden was he was playing right under the basket.
I don't know why coaches do that for whatever reason. It's why do you move away from what was working?
Yeah.
Why do you move away from that?
That's what kept me saying, because KD and Aiden were both on fire. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a good ass game till the second quarter.
Why do you go away from that? Why? I don't get why. Yeah, let's start shooting threes. No, go stay low on the post. If that's working, keep on working that. Why are you? What is you doing? Like, what are you doing, man? Slow down.
Then the other series, which as we record, we don't know yet. I'll give both scenarios and yeah, let's because the
Well, the
Lakers
Lakers got their
already
spot. They beat
yeah,
the Grizz.
destroyed
And,
them. It's just like
LeBron been mad trolling.
shout out to Dylan Brooks. Is like shout out Dylan Brooks. That's why he called that man old and shit in there, and then
And got smoked.
bitched out after that. LeBron's like, oh, I'm old. Hold my beer. It's like
Why would you like? Who does that?
he woke the sleeping giant on that one.
Like, why?
Because like that's another one, like playoff LeBron is real. It's like not playoff P and shit. Like they got eliminated. Yeah, the Clippers, like the fucking did they get swept? They won one. It's like
they won one, but
Phoenix they won one. But yeah, there's the gentleman sweep.
Gentleman sweep.
The Clippers pretty much got swept. Yeah, but his playoff LeBron is real. It's like oh old man, okay.
Oh, okay. Got your ass embarrassed.
Like Aunt Rachel and shit on the Dragons. Old. The barbed wire boys came to Rachel's place on Family Matters. Old. LeBron was like
Get me back with that. That was funny. Google that if you don't know. We talk about Family Matters, Dragons, destroy Rachel's place. Just Google that. You'll laugh. Very cheesy, very after school special cheesy.
Old. That's what LeBron was saying.
Yeah, he was done for that. I think that he should be kicked out of the league just for
I think he's unrestricted, so like to the Grizzlies.
We'll his ass back for that. Just for that alone.
Let him walk and shit. The Grizzlies, I wouldn't resign him.
Yeah, because I mean, what are you doing?
You gotta go, bro.
We don't need your negative energy over here.
Because Grizzlies were supposed to have a good run. It's like out in the first round.
I said Grizzlies in 6.
That. Yeah,
I was wrong on that.
I had the Lakers in that one. I think I said Lakers in 7. I think I did.
I said Grizzlies in 6.
Because Lakers.
I said Ja Morant is a special player.
I said Lakers been on a tear. Like they've I think they said they had the best record after like post All-Star break, like after they made the trades, like and got D'Lo and like Hachimura. They made some of the moves they made. Got rid of Westbrook and Beverly. Like they said addition by I think like losing those guys helped them more than gaining like D'Lo. Like it's addition by subtraction is what I look like.
Yeah,
Westbrook and Beverly, that kind of like it cleared like the dead weight off of the team. And shout out Chi-Town, but like he clearly wasn't working in the Lakers with the Lakers.
Yeah, so he works very well. Our team, but not with theirs. Yeah. So, he works better with the Bulls.
So they got both Beverly and Westbrook. Yeah, and Westbrook worked better with the Clippers, even though they got eliminated. Yeah. It was a better fit with the Clippers. Yeah. So like they got rid of those guys and they brought other like Hachimura and D'Lo and some of the other guys they brought in.
They had good.
I think they had the best record in the second half. So I was like, nobody really want to see them in the first round. That's what it was like. Those.
So now Game 7 happened. One Game 7 in the whole first round happened.
Which is a series I said it was going to be the most interesting. I said at Sacramento and Golden State. I predicted that, Maria. So this is going to be the most interesting series. It's like Sacramento, like I said, once again, just like the Knicks, like first time in the playoffs in damn near 20 years. And like and then the Warriors are the defending champions. They've had like they struggles like throughout the
road.
Throughout the season, they've had this.
I said I think Warriors in 6, and they could have made my thing happen, but then they fumbled that game.
Yeah,
they fumbled Game 6. They fumbled the bag. They did. They fumbled Game 6. They could have won that game, but they didn't come out with the fire. Like if it's a closeout game, anytime you go up 3-2 in a series, your next mindset should be, I'm closing in 6. That should be your only mind. I'm closing in 6.
Especially you're at home and you know that
and I'm at home, I'm closing in 6.
And the Warriors haven't been a strong road team this year. So like your opportunity was at home. It's like, that was your opportunity. You got
your fans.
That was the opportunity. Let's finish them now.
That was the opportunity, but
Sacramento is young, so you got them like shook. It's like, but like winning Game 6, like that might have rejuvenated them. It's like up 2-0, then they lost the next 3. It's like, like after Game 6, they got their win back. It's like tied it, to 3-3.
I still think the Warriors are a championship pedigree. I still think they're gonna get in the seventh one, even though they've been shaky on the road. I'm still gonna go with the Warriors.
I don't know yet. I'll break down both scenarios because like both scenarios are interesting.
I
Obviously,
think
like
they're
the
gonna go
obviously
out.
where the money is at, like as LeBron, Steph is like that's what the NBA wants. They want Golden State into that second round because you want Lakers, Warriors. Like that's where the
Yeah,
money. That's like championship caliber right there. Yeah. Like that's like finals material there. Like that's what you
yeah,
want. And how many times has LeBron battled the Warriors in the finals? Like a
yeah.
lot. It's like
A lot over this last decade. A lot.
yeah, they went like what 4 in a row against them. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you want. It's like, yeah, that's what the NBA wants. Yeah. You know that's
Mhm.
what they want. Yeah, that but also interesting is like just like we said, the Knicks Heat. Remember those early 2000s rivalry between the Lakers and the Kings?
And the Kings, yeah.
Yep. The like I said, the Chris Webb,
Beware versus
the,
Kobe.
the LeBron Kobe. I'm not LeBron. The Shaq Kobe versus Weber, Stojakovic, Bibby,
Bibby.
Vlade Divac. Yeah, that Doug Christie. That that Kings team is like yeah, coached by Rick
We
Adelman.
remember the infamous fight with Doug Christie and Rick Fox.
Rick Foxy, you're right. Yeah, Foxy. Yeah, it wasn't Coach Foxy.
The infamous fight.
Was that first time I discovered who Jackie Christie was during that fight because she was right there. And I was like, "Who is that?" So,
Came
that's
out like unasked with the purse.
I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And shit. Like, "Oh, that's Doug Christie's wife." I didn't know who Jackie Christie was till that fucking moment. That's what put her on the. That's what put her on the map for me. Other people might have known her. That's what put her on the map for me. Was
He
that
ran
moment?
out there with that
Like, who the
purse.
fuck is this?
You ain't gonna hit my boo.
Yeah, I discovered Jackie Christie like that moment and shit. But and I guess what's the name wasn't throwing no hands. She was like too bougie. She was being Terry from Soulful. Like Vanessa Williams wasn't gonna throw no hands.
No,
That's what
Vanessa
Fox
Williams.
made her. That's the one I want to see. Jackie Christie and Vanessa Williams. That'd have been
No,
amazing.
Vanessa Williams is too classy for that. She's not throwing bows. She's too classy. Not at
I
all.
want to see Terry throw some hands. I'm just saying, it's like that'd have been amazing if they had got into it at the game. Vanessa and Jackie Christie.
She's not throwing hands.
Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, with Vanessa, I want to see these broads fight with the little fight they had.
But interesting though. I still say Warriors, like I said, because I still think that, like I said, they're the champions until they're not. Till they get dethroned, they're the champs until they're not.
I'm gonna let it play out. Yeah, so I know
So
that's
that's
the
what I
I
think.
know that's the easy route. Yeah,
That's what I think. I might be wrong again, but
I took the easy route he ain't get because I really don't know. Like I said, I
should
honestly
be
don't
good
know.
though. Should be definitely
Either way,
interesting.
like the Lakers are gonna have a strong opponent. Whether it's
Yeah.
like rekindling the old rivalry or you get LeBron Steph, like either way is win-win. It's like you got the
Mm-hmm.
Kings Lakers history plus the LeBron Steph history. Yeah, so both
Yeah.
ways, yeah, it's gonna be good. Well, we went way longer on that than I expected. Let's shift gears right now and talk about let's talk about cable news. On the same day, both got fired on their day off.
Oh yeah.
Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon. It's like what a Monday. The week kicked off last week with that shit. It's like like Don Lemon, Tucker Carlson got fired over the weekend and he didn't even do his show that night. And Don Lemon, after he did his morning show, they fired him after he got off the air. It's like, okay.
And they showed the video. They said this is probably what got him fired. I saw the area that probably was like this probably got him fired.
It's been some shit he been going through for a while. He said he said some chick was old. Like he been talking shit for a while. So like yeah. It's all your man. So, okay, we sick of this motherfucker. Yeah, if Don Lemon they've been trying to fire him for a while.
Fox Sports, I think that both of them should they just give them a show together and they could be like the odd couple, basically.
I watched them. Who said that? Somebody said they should do a show together. I don't remember who said that.
I've been said that.
Somebody else that said that publicly that said put them on.
They should do it. It could be like the odd couple because
I'd watch that shit. Yeah.
they are like the odd couple.
I'd watch
They
that.
are.
Because I didn't watch
the CNN person who's very liberal. You got the super conservative Fox
gay
News.
black man, yeah, versus the conservative white man.
I think of I'm having to think of a name. Tuck the Lemon. I don't know.
Tuck the Lemon. That's cold. That's the name of the episode. Tuck the Lemon. That's the name of this episode.
If somebody steals my thing, I want my coins. I'm saying it right now. Tuck the Lemon. That's what I just thought right now.
It's the name of this goddamn episode.
If somebody steals this from me, I'm gonna be pissed. If I see this anywhere, I will be pissed. Run me my money. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna steal my stuff, run me my money. That's all I'm saying.
With the new show, Tuck the Lemon. Tuck the Lemon. We won't talk about another cancellation coming up soon. We after we get off of this shit.
Because how do you get how do you get fired your day off? Like, I mean, that's always
I had the meme. I lost it. It had Craig and Smokey. Like,
Smokey with them.
Smokey, and then and Tucker Carlson is Craig. It's like
he got me stealing boxes on camera. Craig stole the boxes. I think.
He never said he didn't. He said you don't got me on camera. He never said he didn't steal the box.
He got me on camera. He stole.
He got me on camera stealing nothing. He never said he didn't steal them. All he said was like, "You ain't got me on camera."
Yeah.
Attention, Craig.
It's all about wording. He worded the way he worded it.
Craig never once says that he didn't steal the boxes. He said, "You ain't got me on camera stealing nothing." That's all he ever said. It's like, "Hey, you don't got me on camera stealing the boxes."
But Don Lemon was going off like that. So was he trying to get fired so he could get like unemployment or something? So he gets separate.
You want to get that $600? He's trying to get his 600. They ain't even doing that no more. But
with severance, whatever. Like I'm sure he gets a nice severance with the network or whatever.
CNN, they definitely.
I don't know what their severance is like, but
that's them Turner checks. They got some good severance packages.
Because you know how people are. It's like when you start wiling to get fired, it's like you can get unemployment if you get fired.
Yeah.
If you quit, you're not getting anything.
Exactly. And if you're under contract and they fire you, they gotta pay you
the remainder of your contract.
Buy you out, yeah. We saw that in private parts with Howard Stern. With Pig Vomit trying to say we couldn't fire him, he's under contract, but I'll just be such an asshole, I'll make him quit. It's like
I'll make him, yeah.
I mean, the WNBC, we're just gonna fuck with him so much. But then Stern didn't quit though. He said we just keep fucking with him till he quits because we can't fire him because he's under contract.
WNBC, yeah, that was funny.
And they just started. She said we just keep fucking with him. Then it's like, but then when the ratings came out, he was number one. Then they just ended up keeping him. So okay, yeah, you're number one, so we're not gonna fire you.
The cream rises to the top.
But they tried to make him quit though. That's what. Well, I guess there's an episode of Seinfeld like that too, where they were trying to get George to quit. He said, "We'll pay you 50 cents on the dollar." And George was like, "Yeah, but if I just stay out the whole contract, I get $1 on the dollar." He was like, because the guy was like, "Yeah, you don't like us, we don't like you. Just leave." It's like we'll pay you out. No. He was like, "No, if I just stay, no. I'll get all."
The Dr. Evil. How about no?
So on George, because then the company eventually they filed for bankruptcy, so they didn't get shit of it. Because an incident happened, they got sued, and the company went bankrupt. So if he had taken
sometimes when you try to get everything, you end up with nothing.
Taking a deal.
That's the lesson right there. You gotta know when to bow out, because that does happen. People try to get everything, and then you lose everything.
Like playing poker, you gotta know when to fold. It's like okay,
when to fold.
Okay, I'm way behind. I don't have that much in the pot. Let me just fold. You keep pushing money and try to bluff everybody. It's like, but then your bluff don't work. It's like,
let me see them. I got 4 aces. Let me see yours. And you're like,
well, I'm going all in. Okay, me too. You win. You got a pair. You got nothing. You got a pair of tens. Is like what you got. You went all in on that shit. It's like, okay, me too. All in. Down. Most people fold on the all. Okay, I'm out. You went all in. They're like, okay, I call. God damn it.
Now you're like this.
Oh. Now you gotta turn them fucking tens over. Like an asshole. The other person's hand might have not even been that good and shit. They might have like a 3 of a kind or maybe a full house. They might not have been that great. I'm being a poker nerd now. But you ain't have shit though, so you got bitch.
But he got fired.
But yeah,
I
cable.
say tuck the lemon, make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen. I think it'd be for great tell. It'd be like a less like bitchy like view because like it'd be like that.
Ha!
That's how it'd be. That's like my vision. It could be like that.
Take the spot. Hey, the Real was canceled last year. Take their spot.
Where
Shout
you
out
have
to
people who are obviously on
and
two
fucking
opposing sides.
Samara and Tamar and Lonnie and the other
Adrian.
chick, Adrian. It was
Where it's on two opposite, like they're clearly on opposite sides, clearly. And occasionally, they may be in the middle on some stuff, occasionally. But for the most part, it's going to be a lot of, well, this is this. No, this is this. No, this is this. No, it's going to be a lot of that.
Yeah. I think
make it happen, I say.
I watched Tuck the Lemon and shit.
Tuck the Lemon, make it happen. See?
It could be like the political version of like of Skip and Shannon or like Stephen A and like
there you go.
like First Take and shit, yeah. Instead of talking sports, they talking probably be like that. It's like, yeah.
Honestly, somebody needs to hire us as like your marketing. Like, see,
except I don't think Don Lemon is gonna break out the Black and Mild. That ain't gonna happen.
In the Hennessy.
If he did that shit, it'll be amazing.
And a do-rag. Like, I mean, I'm like Shannon Sharp be doing too with the do-rag and the like he's like everybody's uncle when he does that. But we all have an uncle who does that. We all have an uncle. I mean, all of us.
Clarence, goddamn.
I mean, if you're black, I mean, not being funny. If you're black, you have an uncle who acts like Shannon Sharp. I'm not being funny when I say that. It's just part of our culture.
Shout out Uncle Pat. Shout out Uncle Clarence.
And some of our daddy's side before they
got saved. Boy,
Detroit. That Detroit ran deep in our daddy's side of Detroit.
Uncle Sharif before he became Uncle Sharif.
That Detroit came out. I kid.
Since we're talking cancellations, let's continue it. Red Table Talk. Over. Because Facebook Watch canceled all of their shows.
They canceled, so everybody got canceled.
They said we shutting down that division. It probably was losing money because
Meta said we're gonna go in a different.
Because think about how were these shows making money? I know they sold advertising, but how were these shows? They weren't. They real money comes from the Facebook users. Like that was a vanity project they were doing. The actual users is where we making the bulk of the money. It's like when those ads pop up on your page, it's like, hey,
right.
That's the money. That's how Facebook makes their money. Like these shows were probably just sinking money in them. Even Red Table Talk, that probably was one of their top, if not their top show. It was either one of, or maybe the top show. But they pulled the plug on that. Yeah. And Jada says she's shopping the show now, trying to find the show. For it, yeah. But still funny though. It's fun.
I mean,
I know the cancellation had nothing to do with anything that happened at the Oscars, but it's still fun.
Yeah, or
the timing is hilarious though. It's like,
but my thing is Red Table, unfortunately, because of entanglements and the Oscar incident, Kavai. That's what it became.
The only episode remember is the entanglement with August, and then the Oscar shit. So the two Will Smith episodes is all anybody remembers.
But I mean, it was some good. They did have some good topics that they talked about.
Red Bone Table Talk, which we talked about on this show.
The one that I liked that was really good when they had Kelsey's Chris' mom on there after she committed suicide. They were talking about mental health. That was a really good episode about mental health. Then they had Lauren London on there talking about gun violence, about Nipsey Hussle. That was a really good episode. They had some really good.
The Red Bone Table Talk was great with Aisha Curry and Sadell and all.
That was a good episode. That was good.
Except for Aisha's dumbass line, but the episode, her infamous line was on that episode. That's where that came from. Was that episode?
Which was taken out of context and was But I mean, talking about what it's like being the wife of a basketball, it's
very famous basketball player.
It is a life, it's a lifestyle. And they actually were shout out. They actually were basketball wives. So I'm like the others.
All three of them, yeah, because you had Sadell, you had Aisha, and I don't remember the other chicks. They were like all basketball.
The one married to Seth, like she married
Yeah,
Seth,
Seth's
yeah.
wife. I
But they
don't.
just got engaged, yeah. Doc Rivers, dog. I can't think of her name.
Yeah,
Doc Rivers, dog.
Steph Curry's wife. And then Sadell is married to a ball player too. So
Yeah, Damian Lee.
yeah.
And then at the time, well, Mama was married to Dale, but
Well, I forgot you
at
was
the time, but yeah. Just watching it back, it's like I saw that.
well, he was there. The fucking the dusty guy was there. Well, he's the one who dropped her off at the red table and shit. He was there.
But watching, like that's the thing that we always say: stop telling. And I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but stop saying the couples goals when you see people on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, because you have no idea what goes on behind closed doors.
I never say couples goals about motherfuckers I don't know. And I have to know you personally to say couples go, like know you and know how you are. Like, yeah, if I don't know you, I'm not saying that shit. It's like
because they seem like the perfect, like every game, they would be at all the games and wearing the matching colors and high-fiving and we're a family.
Especially the when Steph and
all
Steph
that was going on behind the scenes.
When they played each other in the playoffs the one year.
In the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, like one has on Steph's jersey, the other one has
on Seth's jersey.
Y'all looking like a family and shit.
And they was like all this, like basically, like she said that he cheated the entire marriage. I'm like, whoa! I was like, whoa! The entire.
Dale Curry was in the NBA in the 90s.
I mean, I know that, but still, she said the entire. They were married like over 30 years. You said the entire.
We're tied in back to what we said. Dale Curry, I'm sure, was at the Freaknik back in the day. Like. He was light skinned too, you know. He was down like, yeah,
light skinned dudes was there in the 90s. They were.
He had the curly hair too. It was like, yeah, Dale was definitely he was definitely getting it
in. In the Freaknik.
He's looking like Chance the Rapper at Carnival. We tying all this shit together.
So it's like that's why I say don't do the couples goals thing, because then your favorite couples. Like, you know what they remind me? They remind me of the Neelys, because all this time I thought the Neelys was like a happy little couple, and then the whole time it's like, yeah, we were pretty much almost divorced.
Fried fish and all of that shit, yeah. Like, remember the Neelys cooking up their poke fried fish.
But when they said, "Oh no, we were on the brink of divorce when we got the show," like what? So this whole all that was
separated when they got the show, basically.
But they basically just had to work through it because it's like food never.
We gotta get this bag and shit. Yeah, so we got to get this bag. Yeah.
Because this is why I would joke about it. Like, and cut. As soon as the camera cuts, you do like this. Like, what?
Yeah.
But that blew my mind that they were like on the outs the whole. Like that blew my mind. That's why I say don't say couples goals, because you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors with these people.
How many for people years that said Will and Jada were couples goals? For years, people called them.
Joyner Lucas made a whole song about it.
Yeah. For years.
How'd that work out now?
Jeez.
I want a woman like Jada. Are you sure? Are you sure you want your wife to be like Jada? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just saying.
But we ain't got to see her on the red table talk anymore. But
yeah.
Let's talk about a happy couple that just got tied to note. Congrats going out to Simone Biles. That's right, fellas. She is off the market.
Black love.
Married to Jonathan Owens.
Mm-hmm. Because I saw her post introducing the Owens. I was like, hey. Mm-hmm. And the thing about them, they went to the courthouse and got married.
They just did it, yeah.
They went to the courthouse. She was like, her dress was like $40. That they just went and they just got married because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to get married, and people are talking their shit because, like, once again, why are we so obsessed with hair with Black women? Why are we so obsessed with that?
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
I saw somebody say in the post saying that they were talking about her edges. They said her edges weren't laid in the picture.
She don't got baby hair, is that what?
And she was like, excuse me. She was like, it is Houston and it gets hot here. It's Houston.
Yeah, because he plays for the Texans, yeah.
It's Houston, humidity. Come on.
Her husband is like, he's a Houston Texan. Yeah, so that's where they at in Houston. Yeah,
they in Houston getting married. And then my thing is, and I may ruffle some feathers. I don't care why you talking about edges laid and this and that. Her not having herself on point. A lot of y'all is single. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm.
A lot of y'all are talking about your hair is late, but you mad because she is a married woman.
I ain't much chose violence. Goddamn.
I chose violence. Real talk. And she's the GOAT of Olympics. She's the GOAT of gymnastics. She's the GOAT.
The GOAT, and he's an NFL player.
And he's the NFL. He's attractive. She's attractive.
He ain't broke. Yes.
They both attractive people, and they're gonna have some beautiful baby. Once they decide, I'm not pushing Simone. Take your time. But once they decide to do have children, they're gonna have some beautiful athletic babies. That's what they're gonna have. Some beautiful babies that are athletic as hell. So have a seat. Like I said, I chose violence right there. But when people do, and so her hair ain't done this and that, her nail, her this and this and this and that. But you got all that done, and you still didn't pull somebody for you. And you got all that done. So what's up? That's all I'm saying. But congratulations to Simone. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she got the relationship, got the man, got the wedding that she wanted. That's what she wanted. And I think that they probably are going to do like another ceremony like later, but it was just more important to like now we have the piece of paper. Because like you guys try to say piece of paper, it's a piece of paper, whatever. You got the marriage.
It is funny.
It's not a piece of paper.
What I like to say, if people say marriage is just a piece of paper, but so is money. But
so is money.
People are obsessed with money.
A lot of y'all worship money, so.
Hey, money. What does it say on your every dollar bill in the United States?
In God we trust. In God we trust.
So definitely is right there on the money. Unless since we talking football and football play, I know we could have tied this in with the sports talk, but it comes full circle. NFL draft went down this week. And the Chicago Bears, with their first round pick, they took Darnell Wright. He's an offensive tackle, which is good. They needed some
offensive
protection. Yeah, Justin Fields needs protection.
You're getting his ass kicked. Yeah.
So, I knew they would go like strengthen up that offensive line. Like I said, that's the route they go. Which is why they traded down. They said we could get the guy we want later. It was like quarterback heavy at the top.
Yeah, we don't need a quarterback.
Unless you just think Fields is not the guy. It's like, but like it seems like they're committed to Fields. Like, he's our guy. It's not like it's not like Trubisky and shit when they had him. It's like
Fields is Keith and Thelma's son from Good Times. So
it's like because like
what else does that mean? He does look like the actor.
Played for the Bears too. So like that's the son.
He does look like his
father's footsteps. Yeah. Because like that's Good Times. Last episode, Good Times ended with Keith like joining the Bears, but he's like,
and Thelma was pregnant.
She was pregnant with Justin Fields. Yeah, so it makes sense. It's like, he's Justin Evans in their I'm not Anderson, Justin Anderson in their time. He's Justin Fields in our time. If Keith's last name had been Fields, that would have been amazing though.
He can play, so they just need to
strengthen up. He's the guy. So that's what we going instead of drafting another quarterback, he's our guy. It's not like I said, not like Trubisky. Like I said, they knew that he wasn't the guy. It's like we got to get another one. That's why they ended up drafting Justin Fields.
They better keep Justin Fields because Marcus just bought his jersey last year, and I don't want that jersey to go away. They better keep him.
Like they seem like they building around
for our purpose.
The Bears had the number 1 pick, but they traded down. They got with number 9, I believe. Number 10. Yeah. They traded back one more time too. They got another pick. Yeah, okay. They traded back because they traded down to 9. They don't draft. They traded down again, like one more to get another asset. I think they got another pick out of that. So, but
it's that's about chess, not checkers.
Yeah,
play chess, not checkers. So it's about building because we know
we get the guy we want, like probably at 9 or 10. So like let's trade down to get some more pieces.
Get some more picks. Build up your team. Because we know that they're going to Arlington Heights. We know that.
Arlington, they bought the land. Yeah, like let's see if Brandon can do something. Like Lori couldn't get him to stay. Let's see if Brandon Johnson can talk.
I don't think they're staying.
I don't know. They would have to pull out a rabbit out of their hat to get him to stay.
And I've actually been out that way by Arlington Heights. Like I drive out that way.
As have I.
For work sometimes. So it's like every time I pass like the exit Arlington Heights, I'm like, ugh.
And I passed by the park. I was out that way, and I passed Arlington, the park, the racetrack. I was like, oh, that's where the Bears are going to be playing. This is like right when
they out there that way. So
I drove right by it. It was like Arlington racetrack. I was like, oh, that's it. This is where the new stadium is going to be right here.
So I mean, I've come to grips with it that that's what's going to happen. We're not going to be the Chicago team that has only Chicago in Chicago. We're not going to be there anymore.
Because we have gotten there where like all of our teams are in Chicago, but
not Chicagoland, Chicago zip code, not Chicagoland. It's a difference.
So even the Sky are in Chicago. They play at
Wintrust.
Yeah, because they used to play at Rosemont, well, Allstate, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Showing our age, Rosemont, right? Showing our age.
When the Sky originally played there, like which is
technically
outside, it's like right outside of Chicago, but technically it's outside of Chicago.
It's like this is Chicago, this is Rosemont. It's like right here, like that. Yeah.
You cross the border, and then like the horizon or the Allstate is right there. It's like
Because I go that way a lot, and then like the kids, like they do the Monster Jam, Disney on Ice, that stuff be there, so we go there for that.
WWE, goddamn it, they be there.
The stuff like that. So.
Raw, SmackDown, the pay-per-views, they do a lot of stuff at the Horizon or Allstate. They do a lot of stuff there. But we talked about Simone Biles, the happy couple. What about Nelly and Ashanti? What's going on with them? What's going on?
That's all I thought about.
Nelly, he shot his shot. He shot his shot. After that versus, he was like, I'm getting my woman back.
He made the beeline. And they did a couple of performances. I saw some performances they did,
I guess
recently.
Like he probably hit her up after that the post show and it was like, he said, I ain't single. He's like, I was fucked up. Why you do that?
But apparently she's single again now.
Yeah, so Joyner Lucas dropped the bag. Was it Joyner? It never confirmed it, but Joyner
probably dropped the bag. It probably was him, and ultimately I think probably maybe age difference maybe played a factor with him because she is a little older than him, so maybe age difference played a factor. If he was with Joyner Lucas.
If it was.
If they were together, because she's about 12 or 13 years, something like that. She's a little bit older than him.
And it is like sometimes the chase is more exciting than actual. Like Ashanti might have been his crush. It's like, but now that you got her, it's okay. Now what? It's like it's like might be
the thrill of the chase.
Now what? Yeah, okay, I got the girl. Now what? That's what. But they were together. We talked about they were at the Gervonta Davis Ryan Garcia fight in Vegas. Like, oh, okay, interesting.
That's a date. You go to boxing.
You don't go to
tickets are like $75,000 a piece.
Randoms. You don't go there with randoms.
And them tickets, like I said, they're like $75,000 a piece. Some tickets. So that's a date. That's a real date if you go to like a boxing fight.
So Nelly trying to get his. I hope they win. It's like they got history. Is like and like Shad Moss said it best, man. Hey, you better marry that girl. It's like, which I kind of agree. You gotta be like,
you gotta do it right this time. Don't
you got a good one? Just put a ring on it, Nelly.
Don't f around because like you wasted 10 years.
Got you a good one, messing with big booty strippers with swiping credit cards and all that tip drilling is like,
And he had the fake girl, the fake Nicki Minaj chick, the Tay Hecker. He had her fake Nicki.
Well, I think because with B Jennings now from numbers, he actually ended up with a ball player. I think her and Brandon Jennings ended up getting married. That's a name from the past. Over the Bucks, Brandon Jennings. You remember how long he been out of the league? That's a name we ain't heard from me. I think she the old girl ended up marrying Brandon Jennings. So the one he's talking about that was with Nelly. But it's like just put a ring on it. Got you a good one, a lot of cats want Ashanti. So,
quote Beyonce. If you like it, you should put a ring on it. Just quote Beyonce. Put the ring on it, Nelly. Put the ring on it.
Back,
Y'all ain't getting no younger. She's a little older than me. He's close to 50. Like y'all are getting older. So
you got Shad fucking Moss in your corner. I'm just saying.
Ashanti is like 43 almost. Nelly's like 47 or something.
Gotta go ahead and marry that girl.
Yeah, like y'all are older. And you get older, when you get over 40, you don't have time to fuck around when you get over 40. A lot of people just like you'll just see people just get married. Oh, we got married in Vegas. It's like, okay. And we 45. It's like we ain't got time to play around. We just want to get married. Just do it. Nike.
Yeah, just do it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Quick take I'm gonna do before we almost get ready to wrap this up. Your president, or the president of the United, Joe Biden, announced his candidacy for 2024, which nobody was excited about. It's like to crickets and shit. He's announced he's running for a second term. If he runs a second term, dude will be like 86, like finishing up. Come on, bro. He's like already the oldest president of all time. Like by the end of a second term, he'll be like 86 years old. Like that's too fucking old to be president. I'm sorry. Come on, come on, Mr. President.
Just exit stage left. Just exit.
So, and I don't think anybody's running against him because the DNC kind of shut that down. So he's gonna run unopposed. He's gonna get the nomination. It's like I don't know who's gonna be on the other side, because I don't think it's gonna be Trump. Yeah, he got his own demons.
He gotta worry about not staying out of jail. He gotta worry about staying out of jail first.
Like DeSantis is the guy they say might be pushing. I don't know who's going to be on the other side, but Biden is going to get the Democratic because he's running unopposed pretty much.
Can we get somebody who's just
third party, baby? Let's get
a third party. Let's get a good third party.
Find this generation's Ross Perot. We need a third party, damn it.
We need that. Somebody who actually makes sense, who's not bipartisan. We need somebody who's just... Yeah. We need just a guy, a guy or a girl, who's just...
I'll make the announcement right now. I'm announcing my candidacy for the 2020.
Oh, Lord.
The Osmond. Oh, yeah. Ye can run. Not Ye. Ye. President Ye.
And I'll be your vice president.
Right, the kid. Or if he used to be the secretary of keeping
of keeping it cool. Keeping it real.
I got my cabinet, damn it. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely got to put Feast on the cabinet as secretary of keeping it real.
There will be the I won't be like Bernie Mac though in that movie Ahead State where he was like
security.
I am Chicago though. He's like a Bill Bondsman from Chicago. Bernie Mac.
And the DNC is in Chicago. Speaking of which, the convention is going to be here in Chicago for 2024. So I know it's going to be crazy during that time. So I remember the last time, it was in '96. I remember that convention. I had just started at KKC, and I started right after the convention because they were KKC was one of the stations that was covering it. Maybe we can we can get the podcast on the DNC though. Let's get on that DNC floor. Damn it, that'll be huge. Yeah. Let's get some coverage. Yes. And finally, rest in peace, going out to the legendary Harry Belafonte. Dale.
I have to start Eric to watch Beetlejuice now.
Daylight come and me one go home.
You guys know the scene.
No, Belafonte.
Telling me banana. I just started doing the whole dance when
if you know Lil Wayne and Corey Guns, right? The 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. That's what I came. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, banana.
And if you're a millennial or an Xer, then you watch Beetlejuice. If you're our age, you watch Beetlejuice.
Wayne and Corey Guns, 6 foot 7. That's
if you're a little bit younger, you might connect to that.
Foot 7
foot. Corey Guns and
you remember that track.
I think about the scene.
Also,
I didn't know I could do the calypso.
Yep. Also at the end, also at the closing credits would be just the shake, Sinatra, shake it all the time. What, Sinatra, bung it on the line. That one. Belafonte, yeah, 96, yeah.
96. So he gets to join his buddy Sydney.
I'm about to say, but most importantly, I was just about to say that what I most remember him from he always be Geechee Dan from Uptown Saturday Night. To me, it's like, that's what I know him from. Like you said, you know, from the Beetlejuice. Then
The
some
Beetlejuice. It always be Beetlejuice for me.
Geechee Dan is like what he'd be in Uptown Saturday Night. It's like, so now,
What
like
were the major barriers back then for African American, for Black
he
actors?
was not just an actor and a singer and all that. He was a big civil rights activist.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the organizers. He like funded like one of the people that funded the March on Washington. We can't.
Yeah.
Him and King were like homies. That was him and Martin Luther King. That was his boy. Yeah. So he like funded. Yeah, one of the people that funded the March on Washington in '63. Like, he was
so huge. Huge what he did for us, for not just our people, to just like people, just to make the equality. Like he actually was on the front line of that. So rest well, sir. Rest well.
So now Cosby's the last one standing, I think, from Uptown, is like out of the major play. I think he's the last one. Yeah, because like I said, because with Belafonte and Cosby were the last two. Because like we lost Calvin Lockhart years ago. Sidney Poitier, we lost Leggy Peggy. Paula Seymour, Little Seymour, and Big Percy. We lost both of them. It's like, yeah. So we lost most of the cast in that. I was like, so now it's Cosby's the last one, yeah, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, Uptown Saturday Night. That's what the lottery ticket and all of that shit, like they Uptown started. They were the first ones to do it. All About the Benjamins, like they did it too.
Yeah.
Guy wins the lottery, loses his ticket. Now you got to try to
get the ticket
back from some gangsters or whatever. That's
without them knowing
about the ticket. Yeah. That's what Uptown. Yeah. And, he played Geechee Dan, like I said, which was like a knockoff Godfather. But since I saw Uptown first, to me, when I saw Marlon Brando, he was a knockoff Geechee Dan to me. It's like he's doing Geechee Dan. And then like, Dad looked at me. It's like, like no, the Godfather came first. But
you were a kid.
I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you look like Geechee Dan.
Dad looked at you like. You didn't know any better.
I saw Uptown first, like so that's what I do that care, with the cheeks and like that's what
making him an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah, Belafonte was doing that. He was doing the voice. He had the cheeks. Because Godfather was like the biggest movie out at that from the 70s. So like a lot of people were parodying in the Uptown Saturday Night. They parodied that, and that's what Belafonte's character was, a parody of the Godfather.
My car gets taken. I've never seen The Godfather.
I saw like it's long as shit. I saw it like once. It's like
none of them. I've never seen any of the Godfathers.
The sequels,
I know people are gonna be screaming at me right now.
Sequels I haven't seen. It's like, but I saw the original once. It's like wasn't my thing. Like Godfather was like that was the original movie like that. To me, the movies that came later were better. Like to me, Scarface was better than Godfather. The pace was faster, and I like Godfather was kind of slow, but
a slow burn.
That came out 72. That was the first one of that kind, yeah. But to me, I was watching like Scarface, Goodfellas, Casino. They were like I like those better. They were like they moved faster. All of those gangster movies. Of course, New Jack City was probably my favorite gangster movie. Like all of those are like but Godfather was the first gangster movie. But it was too slow for me. Yeah, like I'm not saying I hated Godfather, but yeah, just like the Scarface and those movies were better, like the ones that came later. But rest in peace, Mr. Belafonte.
Oh, and rest in peace to Jerry Springer also.
Jerry. Yeah.
And stop being like, and Hotep, stop Hotepping. Jerry was an equal opportunity. He was an equal opportunist because
y'all mourning this man, that exploited our people, making themselves like
he did not.
Tell me you didn't watch Jerry Springer without.
Thank you. We had poor white people. We had poor black people.
And the poor white people dominated that show to me.
Yeah, we had little people on the show. We had people who were obese. We had trans people. We had LGBTQ people.
Shout out Rufus and Trinell. Yeah.
Rufus and Trinell.
They had their own show. Like that's so big. They should have gave them a spinoff. They should have had their own show. But
But Jerry Springer, and then he always ended the show with "Take care of yourself and each other." He always left it positive, even after everything. And I loved him on The Simpsons when he had his Simpsons cameo on The Simpsons.
My Jerry Springer memory was like in the flesh. It's like I actually Kareem got tickets, yeah, because like Jerry Springer was taped here in Chicago. For those that don't know, it's like the NBC studios right over on Columbus.
Yes, right by the river.
They taped Jerry Springer and Jenny Jones in that same building.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, it was like two lines, like Jenny Jones to the left, Jerry to the right. We were in that line, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went and it was like Theo on Dance Mania. We're like Theo and Cockroach. We got in and like it looked like they were cutting the line off because like when they first opened the door, the line moves fast. Like when they like it starts slowing up, it's like
They're getting to capacity.
And then we got in. We instead of like Theo and Cockroach, the floor director told us, okay, like we had room for two more. Like come on. If they said one more, I'd have been Cockroach. Even though Theo got the tickets, they said, okay, room two more, like send two more in. Because you hear the guy in the airplane, they send two more. Said, okay, come on. I was like, yes. We ain't wait all this for nothing. It's like, so
then we guys went in.
It's like a typical Jerry Springer show. Started off with a trans like story.
I'm a man and start with that, yeah.
Yeah, like another one was a girl left her guy for another woman, a lesbian story they had. Yeah, these two blondes we were gonna come back to here. It's like a couple of more. And then the one story was like this skinny little guy that wanted to be a porn star, took his shirt off and everything. Yeah, I'm trying to be a porn star, a little scrawny guy.
He weighed about 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah. So then, like during the audience comments, like I'm definitely getting my comment. And I had my comment ready. And I said, okay, the guy that wants to be a porn star, why don't you do it with the two blondes? We can call your porn the chicken chest meets the chicken heads. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
And this is when the 90s, so like this is when Raise the Roof. So then afterwards, us raises the roof. He does like this and raises the roof.
Because the
audience is just
the assistant directors tell you, okay, like don't just say the comment, like you have to react too. Like
you gotta hype up, you gotta be.
You don't be a boring shit there, like I think you should be the chicken chest and the chicken
with the chicken heads.
Don't sound like Ben Stein, Bueller. Like, don't do it like that.
Bueller.
So I said, chicken chest meets the chicken heads. Like, complaints exploded when I had the last comment of the day. Just I'll be back with my final thoughts. It's like right after my comment. Yeah, I closed out the show basically.
And then you said afterwards, what happened after the show? You said,
what? Like, yeah, you're funny. Yeah. You're funny.
So Oz got approval. So Jerry Springer told
I made an impression on Jerry. Yeah. You're a funny guy. And then like other audience members thought I was a plant. You're like, yo, you work for the show. And I was like, nope, just a guy. That's just like everybody.
Just an asshole.
They swore up and down I was a plant.
That was funny. I wish that we could find that video because that I want to see. I wish you could find your tape of that.
Sometime in 2000, maybe if I could we could track it down. So I know the timeline, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny to me, personally, on a personal level, when I'm making a comment, look, Kareem sitting next to me,
he's like this. Yeah, Kareem puts his head down. I remember that. Kareem puts his head down.
I stood up to get my comment. He's sitting down there. He's like,
because he's like, oh my gosh, because he already knows you're about to be ignorant.
Say something ignorant. Yeah,
he already knows you're about to be ignorant.
I didn't tell him what I was gonna say, but he just knew it was gonna be ignorant.
You see Kareem do like this, put his head down, put his hand over his face.
And laughing, looking like Taggart when Eddie Murphy, when the Axel was talking about the Super Cop story.
Super Cops.
He looked like Taggart. When I was Axel telling the Super Cop story, and Kareem was Taggart.
But great memories.
Yeah, rest in peace, Harry Belafonte, Jerry Springer. If we wrap this up, went way over time. Talk too much about the NBA, but it's playoff season, so it is what it is. Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. Support us further by giving us a like. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on your platforms. Talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. And damn, it is May already, kid.
And you can check me out MSIMH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCRHULLEY1 on Twitter, SCRHULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs, and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naiva.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.